Online arbitrage is indeed scalable if you have the skills required to outsource stuff. And the main issue, the main reason why online arbitrage is not scalable for a lot of people is because you guys do not understand how to actually outsource stuff. A lot of you guys think that you can just say to your VA, hey, watch this YouTube video from somebody that they do not even know without no context, and you're telling them, okay, do this, watch this, and then try to find profitable online arbitrage leads for me to sell on Amazon. Let me tell you right now, it is never going to work. In today's video, I am going to show you how to actually outsource, what you should actually do, what process should actually build, and how you should document your process. And it is not an easy task. It's a task that requires a lot of work. And if you are a weirdo in front of a camera and talking to people in video, it is going to be super hard to outsource effectively. So this is one skill that you need to develop. But before we actually do this, my name is Chris Mangunza. Nice to meet you. I release daily videos about selling on Amazon, especially online arbitrage. So if you are new, make sure to subscribe and like this video. If you want to scale your business to $50,000 a month and above, I have a group mentorship that will start April 21st. We're going to meet every single Sunday at 5 p.m. I think this is the time, but you can check with the link in the description. You'll have more information. All right. So, yeah, as I said, you know, like the main thing with a lot of guys, and I've had some guys telling me this, they are saying, hey, my VA is dumb. I cannot get him to actually find me profitable online arbitrage products. But it's because you need to understand, you need to actually train your VAs. Your VAs have no idea about how to actually sell on Amazon, how to find profitable products. They do not understand anything about it. So you need to outsource small task per small task, and you need to document everything. And the reason why I'm shooting this video is because I just finished actually writing a whole SOP, and it's not even over, okay? It's not even over because I just finished adding stuff. It's not like I actually started writing it today, but I've just finished adding the few small nuances that I actually had to add to the SOP. And so I want to show you what an SOP just to run tactical arbitrage search look like in my business, okay? And it's not just, if you do not know what the SOP is, a standard operating procedure, okay? It's pretty much the procedure to actually do specific tasks inside the business. And it's not even done. I don't even think that it's 50% done because I'm going to keep adding stuff to make sure that every single case scenario that the VAs can come across when it comes to actually running searches on tactical arbitrage, is covered, okay? They know what to do at all time, and they can refer back to this at all time to actually be able to complete this task. It's not even using tactical arbitrage to find profitable products, okay? This is just how do we actually run tactical arbitrage search, the different types of search that we are going to do, that we run. What do we do if it's this type of sale? What do we do if it's this type of sale? A lot of different case scenario. And so it is just how to run a search, okay? Not even how to use tactical arbitrage. It's just how to actually launch a search on tactical arbitrage. And look what it looks like, okay? It's all this, it's all this. It's not even over. It's all this, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 small videos already to actually train them on how to launch a search on tactical arbitrage. And this is the main thing that a lot of you guys don't understand when it comes to actually building something that is scalable on a scalable infrastructure. It is that you do not understand that you need to train your VAs, but if you actually spend the time on the phone with them, training them, it is never going to be scalable, okay? Because every single time that you're going to hire somebody else, you're going to need to do the exact same thing. Yes, you can actually do it on the call with them, okay, sharing your screen, all that stuff. But let me tell you, it is actually dumb to do it like this. You need to develop the skills to be able to break down the task that you want to outsource to your VAs, be able to break them down in smaller bunch of tasks, and write an in-depth documentation on how to actually complete that task. And for every single one of those tasks, all the possible case scenario that can actually happen and that they actually need to be able to take care of, okay? And if you do not know how to do this, if you are actually not doing this, not building SOPs for every single task, it is actually the reason why you are not able to outsource efficiently your Amazon FBA business. With your online arbitrage business, you can pretty much outsource every single thing, every single task, pretty much, like 99, even 100% of the tasks, you can actually outsource them, okay? If you have, of course, some tasks are going to be more complicated than others, but you can actually outsource everything, and this can become something that is pretty passive. And I do not like this word, by the way, but it can become passive to a certain point. Okay, you are still going to need to make sure that things do not break if you just have cheap laborers, because most people do not care, and you need to double check stuff. But you can outsource pretty much everything, and just to the point that it only requires 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day maybe of your time to actually run the business. It is actually possible, but you need to be able to break down every single task and be able to explain them. And this is why, if you want to be a good business owner, you need to become a good teacher, okay? To be able to outsource stuff efficiently. And it takes time. It is a skill that is required. And so you are probably going to need to outsource, because of course, you could just give videos from my channel to your VAs, okay? On how to actually use tactical arbitrage, but it is not the exact process. You can learn how to do it this way, but it's not the exact process that I use in my business. It's just simple tutorials, and you need to develop your own process, okay, for every single tool that you use. Why do you use it? Because if you actually look at it, okay, and this is something that I took from somebody else writing, and it is not somebody that is not actually doing Amazon FBA online arbitrage, but every single task that we do has a what, a when, and a why, so they understand what the task they are doing is and why they are doing it and when they need to do it. You need to give some context, okay, not just some dumb task for which they will not understand the purpose of. Okay, so you need to understand the purpose of the task, you need to understand why they are doing it, what they are actually doing, for what reason they actually need to do it, and when do they need to actually do it, and all the important stuff, okay, that they actually need to understand, and then the procedure. And so, of course, with the procedure, like running searches on tactical arbitrage is pretty easy, okay? It's just a 4-step process, okay? You find a sale, you run the sale, you manufacture your margins, and that's it, okay? That's pretty much it. But there's a lot of small nuances that you know about, but that you never actually express. And so this is something that you realize when you actually start outsourcing stuff. Okay, there are small nuances that need to be that need to be taught. I'm sorry, I'm bad with conjugation. I'm really sorry about it. But there's those small nuances that you need to teach your team, okay, and that you need to have written down so they can refer to it every single time. You can have flow charts, okay, for whenever this happens, you need to do this. If it is something else, you need to do something else, okay? Like you really need, and if you look at my repricing strategy, if you've seen my video on my repricing strategy and you have my flowchart, it is the exact same thing. You need to be able to think about your process in a way that you can actually explain it and you can actually lay it down for, like, this is how you should think about it, okay? You are not going to be able to outsource, like you do not build a strong business on talents, okay? You do not need to find people that, like, you are not going to find people that know all the things that they need to know about actually running an Amazon FBA business, okay? This is not the type of people that you are looking for. You are looking at people that can be trained, okay? And for those people to be able to be trained, you can train 95 potentially % of the world population. You can potentially train them to actually become to actually be able to run your whole business, okay? You can, maybe not 95% of the population, okay? Maybe 85% of the population, because there are some people that are dumb, unfortunately, okay? And we need to do our best to help them. Maybe some of you are dumb, I don't know, but I guess that if you are watching this channel, you may be pretty intelligent, because we gravitate around the same type of content. So I would assume that you are at least as smart as me, but you're probably smarter than me if you're watching this channel, because I'm not even watching my own channel, so you're probably smarter than me because you are looking at my content, okay? Jokes aside, you really need to understand that you need to, and this is the big thing, this is the big reason why a lot of people are unable to actually outsource, and they actually reach a plateau, okay, that they cannot go, like a glass ceiling that they cannot pierce, okay? This is the reason. You need to be able to build documentation so any dumb person, like the dumbest guy in the world, could actually go to your documentation, okay, which is right here, okay? Go to your documentation, read it through or follow it, and actually complete the task that they have to complete, okay? But you need to build bulletproof process, and there's a good book on this, okay? I think it's called The E-Revolution. Let me actually find it for you guys, because it's actually a great read, and you should actually read a little bit more, probably. You're not reading enough. The E-Myth. I think this is it. Let me see. It is called The E-Myth. Okay, so this book talks a little bit about this. Okay, it's this book. I have it right there on my right somewhere. I have a ton of book right there. Yeah, actually, I have it right there. I see it from here on this shelf that I have right there on my right, that you've never seen, by the way. So I would read that book if I were you to understand this concept. Okay, I would read this book, order this book. Okay, spend you can get it for $8.99 on thriftbooks.com. Okay, purchase this book. You can get it for $5.89. Okay, purchase this book. Okay, if you do not have the money to purchase this book, check out this website, okay? Check out libgen.le, all right? Check out this website in case, of course, check out this website to download the book in case you already have the ebook, you already own the ebook, and you already own a physical version of the book, okay? In that case, you can go over there, just, for research purpose, you can see what it looks like, what pirated books looks like, okay? The website is called libgen.is, actually. Let me just share it with you guys, okay? Because it's something important. On this website, you can find any book, okay? Bad people are going on this website, and they are uploading books for free. All right, so it's really bad. I would check it out if I was you. If I were you, I would actually check it out. Okay, it's quite interesting that people are that evil, that they are uploading books for free. It's really bad. You should not do this. But for research purposes, I would actually go on this website to check it out. All right, it's super interesting. I like to look at illegal stuff like this. Illegal downloads. This is something that I'm passionate about, and so I would actually recommend you guys to do the same thing. You can potentially find this book over there, we never know, for free, and it's really bad. You should actually buy it, but in case you cannot buy it, do not go on that website. But if you actually own the book already, go on that website and you can get a PDF version of it. I guess it's legal, but yeah, you can check this website to find free books, but it's bad. You should not do this, all right? But check out this book. This book actually speaks about that. This book talks about that, about the fact that you build a business on strong process and not on talents, okay? So McDonald's, and I think this is the example that is used in this book. McDonald's, the restaurant, you can put any dumb guy in McDonald's and the store is going to run, okay? You do not need to have a 120 IQ to be able to run a McDonald's, okay? All the processes are there, okay? Yes, it's super rigid, but this is how you actually scale a business, by being able to hiring anybody, pretty much, all right? So, you need to be better at writing SOPs. It requires a lot of work, of course. Being good in front of a camera and being able to speak in front of a camera and teach people is one skill that is going to help you, but I did not, for example, for me, I did not start my life by being good speaking in front of a camera. It's just a lot of practice. You guys may not know it, but before I actually started posting my first YouTube videos, I was actually vlogging every single day, maybe for 1.5 years, 2 years, and never posting it. I mean, posting it sometimes for my family and unlisted on this channel. But I was talking in front of a camera for 2 years probably before I actually started. Every single day, by the way, every single day before I actually started making videos. And so for me, it's actually easy to speak in front of a camera right now, because I can just speak in front of the camera to make videos for you guys, but also to teach people how to actually do this. So I would actually get into the habit of doing this, because it is going to help you a lot with your business. If you're able to actually make small videos explaining stuff, and just, before you actually make tutorial videos, okay, try to make videos, just vlog about your life, okay, daily. Even if it's just one video a day, I was vlogging my whole job, my whole days. Of course, I did not have a 9-to-5 job, so it was a little bit easier for me to do this, okay? Because I guess you cannot bring your camera, and I don't know, but you cannot bring your camera to your job and actually start vlogging, okay? So, I was doing this. I did this through COVID, and actually, as I said, before I actually started this channel, I was not that good. If you watch the first videos, I was not that good speaking in front of a camera. But for me, it's actually easy, and I also did these challenges that I called the random challenges, and I just took any random topic and I was talking about that topic for 5 minutes. And it was hard for me at the beginning, it was not easy. to talk about 5 minutes about something, keep coming up with stuff to say about the subject. But it is practice, and you will get better with it. You know, like for example, this video has been going on for 14 minutes. I have no script, no outline, but I can talk about this subject because not only it is a subject that I know about, and also because I'm good at speaking in front of a camera. So this is one skill that you are going to need to develop, and do those random challenge. Try to speak in front of a camera for 5 minutes daily and try to increase it. Try to do 5 minutes daily in front of a camera speaking about a specific subject. Ask ChatGPT to give you any random subject, and you just speak about it for 5 minutes, okay? Then you start doing 10 minutes. Then maybe one day try to do 15 minutes. Maybe one day try to do 30 minutes, okay? And so will start being better in front of a camera, and then you can write documentation like this and have small videos explaining tasks, so you know exactly what to do. But it's a skill, okay? It's a skill that you are going to need to develop if you want to become good at outsourcing, because the other ways would be to actually go on calls with every single VAs that you have, and of course you could have everything in writing. But I think it's better to have both, because having both, like you have people can actually refer back to what you actually wrote down, but you need to show people for them to actually understand the task as well, So this is why I have videos for every single small step as well, explaining every single step, okay? You can also use ScribeHoo. So ScribeHoo, the way ScribeHoo works is that it's a Chrome extension that you are going to turn on, okay, whenever you actually start doing your task. You're going to do the task, and it's going to document every single step, and then you can modify it, okay? Let me see if I can share a ScribeHoo with you guys so you can see what it looks like. ScribeHoo. Let's go to ScribeHoo. So it's scribehoo.com, okay? Here we go. So this is a ScribeHoo. Okay, I think this is... I just opened a random ScribeHoo, and this is a ScribeHoo. Let me just make this bigger for you guys so you can actually see it. Okay, this is a ScribeHoo that teaches how to build a specific spreadsheet for people in my coaching groups, okay? So, like, you can just do the task, and it's going to build something like this. It's quite useful, okay, but both ways work, okay? And you still need ScribeHoos are good for tasks that are straightforward, okay, but for tasks that are a little bit more complicated, that have different possibilities, it's better to have something like a full document in writing. You can have ScribeHoos, you can integrate ScribeHoos in those things, but yeah, it makes it like it's a whole job. Actually, trying to outsource stuff, like I spend a ton of time on outsourcing right now. So how I spend my time pretty much right now in my business is my VAs and my prep center are pretty much taking care of everything that has to do with FBA. Okay, they are taking care of all this. Of course, I'm doing a little bit myself, but they are taking care of. I would say like right now, 85% of my business when it comes to FBA, it is outsourced. Okay, no, my life right now, my working life is taking care of the software. And let me just do this. Taking care of the software that I'm developing, Arbitrage Stalker, okay? First thing. Oops, second thing. Managing my VAs, and not necessarily managing because I have a manager that takes care of managing them, but making sure that everything works, nothing breaks, and that the job is done, okay? Just being one step above that. Then, creating SOPs for new tasks, okay? And revising, for example, what I did today is revising the SOP for the tactical arbitrage task. So, it's constantly adding stuff to make sure that, because sometimes you see small stuff, a small issue arising. And of course, building SOP is not something that you do once and then it's done, but it's like you build something once, you see how it goes, then you add small stuff, because there are some case scenarios that are not going to be covered in your SOPs because you may not realize that it is hard for somebody that has never done this job to actually understand the small nuances, right? So, this is where you are going to need to revise your SOPs over and over again, shooting small Loom videos for every single steps, every single small nuance, every single mistake that you see people making, to revise your SOP to make sure that the SOP is bulletproof. And it's always the same thing, okay? It's document, test, revise. It's going to be this over and over again. And this is what a lot of my work is right now. Of course, I still source myself for FBM products. Okay, as I said, my VAs are taking care of FBM, I'm taking care of FBM. So this is the third thing that I do daily, and it's already like 3 full-time jobs, pretty much. Then, so sourcing is not only I go into stores, I do a little bit of RA, because if I spend my time, I want to get a better return on investment than whatever my VAs can be doing for me, okay? And taking care of my eBay business as well, because I'm relaunching my eBay business, okay? So I'm doing all this. Next, it's this YouTube channel and the coaching. It takes also a lot of time. And by the way, as I said, I'm opening a new group coaching, new coaching groups that will start April 21st. And yeah, we meet weekly. You can just watch the video, link in the description if you want, if you need more explanation regarding this. But this is, I really want you guys to understand this, okay? Just think, like, because you guys think, a lot of you guys think that you can just say, hey, let me get a VA, and you tell them, okay, watch videos from Chris Mangonza on how to source profitable online arbitrage products, watch this playlist, watch this selection of video, and then go ahead and source and find me profitable products. If you can't, I'm going to fire you. This is not the way it works. And I'm telling you right now, this is not the way it works. You need to have documentation. It's your fault. If your VAs cannot find profitable products, it is your fault. If your VAs cannot find enough profitable products per hour, it is your fault. Per day, it is your fault. It is only your fault. It's not because your VAs suck. It is not because they are dumb. It's because you are bad at outsourcing. And I really need you to understand this. And because your documentation is not good enough. With the right documentation, you can outsource anything. Okay, you just need to have thorough documentation of this stuff, of the stuff that you want to outsource. That's it. That's it. You can outsource. And tell me which process is impossible to outsource for Amazon FBA business. Your Amazon FBA business, at least your online arbitrage business, you need to outsource. You need to complete a couple of tasks. Okay, you need to find profitable products. You need to prep and list profitable products. You need to ship profitable products, and you need to reprice your inventory, okay? And then you need to take care of health issues that are, account health issues, that are super rare, okay? So, sourcing, straightforward to outsource, okay? It is not straightforward, but I mean, the easiest thing to outsource would be listing, prepping, and shipping, okay? Because you can just get a prep center, okay? You do not need any documentation. Your prep center is taking care of everything. If you have an outsourced prep already, don't think that you are going to be able to outsource sourcing, because outsourcing sourcing is actually a lot of work. If you are scared to outsource prep, it's not think you're going to be ready to outsource sourcing, okay? Then outsourcing sourcing is pretty straightforward, okay? You need to teach them to source. You just need to build the documentation to teach them where to look at, how to manufacture their margins, and that's it, okay? Of course, it's a little bit more extensive than that, but you get the idea, all right? The next thing that I said, I actually forgot what it was. So you need to source, you need to list, prep, and ship. Source. You need to reprice. Repricing is a tiny bit difficult, but with my content on repricing and with my flowchart on how to actually reprice, we have 80% of the work done. Okay, so we just need to figure out your policy, your company policy when it comes to minimum pricing. How do you actually reprice? And you can actually outsource it. It's not that difficult. Okay, it requires some skills, but it's not that difficult. And you know, account health issues, pretty easy. You just have a database with all your inventory documentation. It can be taken care of easily. All right. So outsourcing, you can pretty much outsource everything for your Amazon FBA business and just inject money and let the business grow. Okay. Pretty easy. It's not that difficult, actually, you know. So you have no excuse if you cannot actually outsource effectively. It's just that you suck at outsourcing. Build better process. Become better at actually teaching stuff. Become a better teacher, and you should be alright with outsourcing stuff. And of course, you know, it takes time to train people. So the first week they are going to suck, but the more they do the task, the better they will get. All right. So yeah, hopefully. I changed your mind about outsourcing, and you may and hopefully realize that this business model is actually scalable. All right, it's actually scalable, and it's actually you can actually run this business model 100% hands off. Okay, with a team of VAs that actually run your business. So hopefully all this makes sense. Hopefully you learned one thing or two, because this video was quite long. Okay, this video was actually quite long. But yeah, just you know. Just by using the tools that you have on hand, so ScribeHoo, Loom, and Notion, or Google Doc, Google Sheets as well. With those 5 tools, you can outsource almost everything, okay? Loom is not that expensive, like $20 a month. Notion is free. ScribeHoo, there's a free version, but you can pay for more features. But the free option is totally fine. And you can outsource just a lot of things with just Notion and ScribeHoo. You do not even need Loom. Loom just make it easy. Pretty much Loom just make it easy to record video. If you are wondering what Loom is, let me show you guys. Okay, let me just open a new Google Sheet. Let's do this. And so Loom, the way Loom works is, let me do this. The way Loom works is it's just, you can just open Loom like this and you can start recording a video. So this shows up. Boom. My camera is not going to show to be shown on my screen because you know, actually I think that maybe if I do this, it is going to be shown. Okay, so you see, so of course it changed my camera right here on OBS. Right now my camera is bugging because I tried to open it twice. So let me just do this. Of course this is not going to work. Okay, let me just do this, then do this. And my camera should be working again. So yeah, it's just a way for you to have your camera on the screen, to record your screen and to record your voice at the same time. All right, and so you just press here, boom, and it is going to record the video. You see 3, 2, 1. It records the video. It starts recording the video. You explain your task. Okay, so I'm doing my task. This is how you do it. Blah 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 blah. So you do it, and then you just turn it off. Okay, and it's going to open the link for the video directly. You can see it right there. You can see my OBS even on the side. Okay, and so if you actually look at it, here you go. Okay, so this is how it works. It makes it super easy, and then you can actually add this to a Notion template, write a little something about the task as well, and boom, this is how you outsource a task with Notion and with Loom and with all those tools. Okay, so hopefully you learned one thing or two, because this video is quite long and it's 26 minutes already. But yeah, this is how you go. This is how you go about outsourcing, and this is the skills that you need to develop. Make sure you need to have a thorough documentation for every single task. Okay, not just some dumb explanation that are one page. Because let's go back, and I really want you guys to understand this. Look at how long is this Notion template, this Notion file, just to outsource launching searches, just to launch a search on tactical arbitrage, which you may think is a trivial task. It is not. There's a lot of nuance in the way we actually launch tactical arbitrage tasks, because if we actually launch any searches, any random search, it is not going to work. We launch specific search from my target list, and we do it a specific way. Okay, so we need to manufacture our margins, all that stuff. This is how you manufacture our margins, this is how you do all this stuff. It requires a lot of work, and you need to understand these things and why we are doing this. Okay, if not, if you are not able to communicate this effectively, you are never going to be able to outsource anything. All right, so hope you understood everything. If you have any questions, as always, I'm always answering comments. Sometimes I take 2-3 days to answer comments because sometimes I have a lot of comments, or sometimes I'm busy with stuff, you know, especially right now. I'm super busy with the software, especially, and writing down those SOPs non-stop for every single task, revising SOPs for a lot of tasks, because as I told you guys, I'm actually trying to 100% automate the FBA part of my online arbitrage business. It takes a little time, okay, and I want to have all the documentation that I can, so that way I can put any dumb guy inside my business and he can just read the documentation and actually start without having me to actually have to train him personally. Okay, you can just look at the task, look at the documentation. If you need to ask questions to my manager, if there's a questions that my manager cannot answer, simple. And same thing again, you know, same thing, always revise. If there's a new question that my manager cannot answer, okay, and that we need to go to me to actually answer this question, this is something that I document and I revise my SOP to make sure to include those things. And whenever I release a new thing like this, I make it public to my whole team, and they need to watch the new Loom video talking about it. Okay, so yeah, this is how you actually run your online arbitrage business or any business. Okay, asynchronously, so you do not need to be present while your workers are actually working. And this is one big mistake that a lot of guys are making as well, is that they make it so they have meeting non-stop. They need to have meeting with their team for the business to run, all that stuff. I never talk live to my team. Never. Okay, maybe I did once at the beginning when I'm hiring them. After that, we are never talking live. It's just Loom videos, process, and that's it. Okay, and then they start working. Most of the time, a lot of them start working when I'm actually sleeping. I'm still sleeping, and they start their day. Okay, so you really need to understand, if you want a business that runs like this and that runs seamlessly like this, you need to be able to become a good teacher. You need to be able to outsource, like to document every single task, to break down every single task in small chunks that are easily documentable. Okay, because, for example, for the tactical arbitrage task, you need to document how to run search on tactical arbitrage. You need to document how to actually use tactical arbitrage. And you need to document how to actually go through data on tactical arbitrage to make sure that you find profitable leads. Then how to actually go on Amazon and make sure that those leads are profitable. Then how to add those leads to your lead bank. How to actually purchase those leads. What to do before purchasing those leads. How to check if the lead is sustainable. How to check if it's a good lead. It's a lot of moving parts, right, that you need to break down and document every single part of those things. All right, so it's a lot of work, but we are getting there. And you know, in a couple of months, if not a couple of years, hopefully not a couple of years, but in a couple of months, in a couple of months, my FBA business should be able to run without any input from me, at least for the sourcing part of the business. For the sourcing part, the placing order part, the only thing that I would still do, the last thing that I'm going to outsource is repricing. Okay. So, and I don't think I will outsource all the repricing at once, but like, you'll figure it out. Whenever I'm at that point, I will document my journey doing this. All right, so 30 minutes deep. I will need to end this video because I've been talking forever. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you've watched until here, leave sunglass emojis in the comments. All right, so I know that you've watched until here. And there's nothing to win. I'm sorry, but maybe in future video there will be stuff to win. Or maybe if you skipped until here, I actually left something in the video, right in the middle of the video, that you guys can actually win. Maybe I said something that if you said it in the comments, you get some stuff for free. I don't know. Go ahead and check. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching.